My greetings to all. Welcome back again. This is our 9th tutorial on sentence structure and the relation between helping auxiliary verbs and main verbs. Today what we're going to do actually is we're going to sum up and conclude our quest on sentence structure. We're going to start by discussing the type of sentences in which there are 3 or more verb sentences. Okay? Let's start with the agreements. Now, there are basically 2 main agreements, and they all have to do with the auxiliary or helping verbs and the main verbs. Starting with the first agreement, which is between the first helping verb and the second helping verb. For instance, for example, will, which is one of the models, is followed by the verb to be, and the verb to be, not is, are, am, was, or were, the verb to be. Will is followed by the verb to have. And finally, has, have, or had is followed by been or been, which is the past participle of the verb to be. This was our first agreement between the first helping verb, okay, and our second helping verb. Okay. Now we have another agreement between the second helping verb and the third helping verb, and this is only one time agreement. That is will, have, been, which is future perfect continuous. Future perfect continuous. It's not a very common structure in English, but it is used. I can give you so many sentences. Let me just give you one. Let's just give you one situation in which future perfect continuous is used. Okay? Will have been working. Let's say that someone has been working in a company, in a place, for more than, like, let's say 30 years. Okay? Next December, okay, now this December actually, the end of this month, he will have been working in that company for 30 years. I'll say that again. That's what he says about himself. Someone might ask him, you've been in this company for a long time. He says, yes, by the end of this month, December, I will have been working in this company for 30 years. I think I'm going to retire. I'm going to quit. So, our second helping verb, the third helping verb, future perfect continuous, which is actually this one, future perfect continuous. That is our agreement number 2 between the third helping verb and the main verb, which is in this case working. Our second agreement between the second helping verb and the main verb, like will, be, is followed by the ing. And have, that's future continuous. And have is followed by worked, which is the past participle, verb 3. That's future perfect. And finally, has, have, had, followed by been, and been is followed by ing, which is present perfect or past perfect continuous. We're done. Let's go down. This sums up what we have just said earlier. Subject, followed by have. You could say also has and had. Why not? Okay. All these are followed by been, which is in this case the past participle from the verb to be. Okay. And finally, base ing. Well, I want to show you more examples later on. Okay. Let me take this down. See if I can just do something over here to make it fit. Okay. Okay, perfect. So has, have, had, followed by been ing, will, be, base ing, and will plus have, past participle. Okay, now going down, the future perfect continuous, will plus have plus been plus base ing. Now more examples. Ahmed has been working, or the kids have been watching TV. Ahmed had been working, or the kids had been watching TV. As you can see, these two are present perfect continuous, and these two are past perfect continuous. Now, will be working or they will be working. It doesn't make a difference whether we start with a singular or plural, as you can see. Just like when we talked about the past perfect continuous. It doesn't make a difference whether it's had or the kids, because both are followed by had, not like Ahmed has and the kids have in the present perfect continuous. Now Ahmed will have, these are two future continuous. Will have worked for Ahmed and they future perfect, and will have been working and they will have been working future perfect continuous. Now going down. Now, so we are talking about these agreements which are related to having two or more verbs in a sentence, okay? Just like I showed you earlier, okay? Now we're going to start with the perfect continuous, like I told you here. These are the same examples actually. Has, had, been, ing. But this has to do with whether it's singular or plural, okay? Now, again, have been ing for the two pronouns I and you, and I could even also add more actually, if you wish. I could say, let's just copy these, okay? And instead of these two, I would just say all these together. I could say I, you, they, and we, okay? Again here, future perfect will have past participle. Again, let me just change these two into these two. You could say I, you, they, and we. Now, future perfect continuous, okay? Again, singular, plural, on the same pronoun over here. Will plus have plus been plus ing, okay? Now let's look and examine the following examples. Sorry. Now, present perfect continuous, which is this one, okay? Okay. Salim has been working, singular, Salim. The workers have been working, and all these pronouns have been working. Now, as for the past perfect continuous, which is again the same one, but with had been working, as you can see, regardless whether we start with singular, plural, or any other pronoun. Now, future continuous, I should take this down, yeah, which is this one, okay, will be specializing. Again, doesn't make a difference whether we start with singular, plural, or any pronoun. Now, the future perfect, which is this one, as you can see, now, will have finished, okay, will have finished. All these are future perfect, regardless, again, whether we start with singular or plural or with any pronoun, okay? Now, future perfect continuous, which we only have one example here, okay? Now here, in this case, let me just take this up, okay? Because you would say, let me just try if I can expand this a bit. Yeah, it worked. Again, will have been working, all these are will have been working future perfect continuous, okay? That's it. Now an assessment, which is so easy. Now the first 5 sentences is a reminder of our previous tutorial, like Muhammad was followed by the ing form, continuous, past continuous, are persisting, present continuous, has managed, present perfect, had managed, past perfect, will study, future simple. Now, the last 5 are on what we have studied earlier on this, okay, in this tutorial. Has been fixing, present perfect continuous, actually these are the answers. Yeah, has been fixing, had been fixing, past perfect continuous, will be studying, future simple, will have met, future perfect, and will have been working, future perfect continuous. Thank you for being with me today. Hope to see you in our next tutorial, which is going to deal with the present perfect and present actually simple and present continuous. Now we're going to start with tenses. In our next tutorial, it's going to be our first tutorial on tenses, which will have the number 10, okay, digit. Thank you very much for being with me today. Thank you very much.